70 people who can get it. So the good news is if you are on board, chances are you're gonna get it. We have so many exciting things in the show. I can't even begin to tell you. For the next 2 hours, Carol and I are actually gonna be with you until 6 o'clock. I hope you can just, you know, grab whatever it is, whether it's water with lemon, whether it's your...
Oh, really? Because a lot of people are grabbing their water with lemon, Connie. That'll be right after we grab our whole wheat toast with light peanut butter. Okay.
I'm just saying, I wasn't going to say, you know, whatever you're drinking, you grab it and spend the next 2 hours with us, right?
Yes, please.
It's going to be so much fun. Okay. We have what you've been looking for. We've had tons of Facebook questions and comments saying we want gold. I want to invest in real gold again. Now, the problem is, just this last week, gold went up about 30%. Carol was actually able to get this when the gold prices had dipped down. If she went to get this exact same necklace again today, we would be looking at an extra, this would probably be $115 here at HSN, which would still be fantastic considering it's gold. Today, it's under $16 on your charge card to bring it home.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about tiny talismans. They don't say charming for nothing. These are 17 inches in length. They are the perfect way to balance out your neckline. They fall in either the hollow for some of us they go down a little bit deeper. They glow. You never have to take off real gold, do you? No, because gold has lasted for thousands and thousands of years, whether it was in the earth, refined, or brought out in jewelry that was found, or coins on long lost ships. Gold is enduring. Gold is forever. Let's take ourselves through these fabulous little charms, or these, what I call them, good luck charms. You know, when I started thinking about these necklaces and I put them on when they first came out of our atelier, I said, oh my gosh, these are like little good fortunes, or little solid gold wishes. Okay, we're looking right now at the yin and yang. The yin and yang is all about balance and harmony. What I love about this necklace is, first of all, that little yin and yang is going to slide on the 10-karat gold chain. And we're going to show that to you in a moment. Here it is. And it is done in both pure white gold. There, Connie's going to, there we go. It's both done in pure white 10-karat gold, or it's done in that gorgeous, rich yellow. The chain, by the way, is durable and dainty and delicate. Oh, it's like fairy dust on your skin, like glitter dust.
It's like a kiss of gold right there in the center of your neckline. Oh, and they just told me, okay, we have fewer than 100 in that particular one.
Okay, then let's talk a little bit about the elephant. The elephant is the strongest animal in the world. He is all about strength. He's about endurance. He's about protection. He endures the elements of the earth. He protects us. He is strong. When you wear that little Ellie, I call it Ellie, the elephant, do you know how many people saw me post a picture of this elephant and said, oh my gosh, I have wanted a good luck, good fortune elephant. When you give the gift of an elephant, you're giving the gift of strength. You're giving the gift of protection. Okay, let's talk about our fabulous little golden turtle. Okay, I know so many people, Connie, that collect turtles.
Yeah.
Why do we collect turtles? The turtle is slow and steady. The turtle is the wisest of all of the critters on the planet. He comes out of his shell when he knows it's the right time. He slowly walks. He is the oldest living creature on the planet. So let's talk about your solid, pure gold choices. And you know, Connie just shared with you, when I first brought these golden treasures in, I did them all when gold was under $1,000 an ounce. Gold is today, it's $1,400 or $1,500 an ounce. So these are literally, these would cost twice as much if I were to go out and buy the gold and make these now. You've all seen pure gold in your jewelry stores. You already know, you're like, oh my God, I cannot even believe that this is solid 10 karat
And
gold.
who knows what gold prices will be before the holidays? I mean, you think of it, we're already into the last part of July. So if you wanted to buy this, tuck this away for the holiday, that would be so smart. By the way, the yin yang is almost sold out. We have 20 remaining. But I know we have ladies out there who collect elephants, who collect turtles. Make sure you get, you know, again, not just a necklace or a pendant, but a gold one. A gold one for $79, and it's available for you on FlexPay at $15.98. $13 and change if you're using your HSN charge card. And I love these layered. You know, Carol is the queen of layering. So right there at the top, yeah.
Can you imagine, girls, I just want to show you something. Look at the way I've taken the 17-inch elephant. There we go. He's 17 inches. I've layered it with this magnificent collar. Remember, layering, and you never have to take it off. Do your yoga in it, take a shower, and go